Today, many countries, cities, corporations, and citizens are trying to conserve our planet's resources. The city of Louisville is starting to play a major part in this green movement. However, there are lots of opportunities, especially when it comes to making older homes more energy efficient. Today, we will look at a few solutions that homeowners can adapt in making their homes more energy efficient.
The greenest house is the one already built, and preserving one's home is the ultimate act of recycling. Restoring your home using green techniques and materials not only helps the environment, but also saves money. We'll show you some of the steps one Louisville resident is taking to make his old home as energy efficient as possible.
The project is intended to be as green as we can possibly do it. Of course, the greenest thing you can do is to save an existing building. But we're not just saving the building, we're saving all the windows, the metal roof, as much of the framing from the existing building as we can. In fact, the only thing that's gone in the landfill has been the plaster we took out. Everything else from the house has either been reused or recycled. Making a house like this energy efficient is not as difficult as everybody thinks. It's actually easier. The exterior walls are 12 inches of brick, which is very efficient. Most people think they're not, but they are. They're very efficient. The older windows can be rehabbed. I've yet to run across a window we couldn't rehab. That costs about half as much as new windows, and they're every bit as efficient as a new window. And then when you add a storm window to it, they're superior to anything you can get today. Being in a historic district, replacing windows is not generally permitted, but replacing windows is not generally necessary. We can rehab these windows at about half the cost of a replacement window. We can make them every bit as energy efficient, and when you put the storm windows on, you're increasing the energy efficiency and you're protecting the windows from the elements, which means you don't have to paint them as often. So there's a tremendous savings right there. The geothermal will cost us, energy-wise, about half to a third of what a conventional system will cost us. It is a heat pump system, but it's using the ground heat instead of air heat, so it is far more efficient in the wintertime than any heat pump, air-to-air heat pump you're going to get today. Besides that, the geothermal is providing us heating and air conditioning at about half to a third of what a conventional system would cost us. It's also providing us with hot water during the summer. All of this is a significant savings. The geothermal system costs a little more, but it'll be paid off in about 7 years. And from then on, we're going to realize a significant savings in our utilities.
The biggest problem most people have in older homes is air infiltration. This demonstration shows what high-quality foam insulation looks like and how it might drastically reduce air leakage.
Using high-efficiency foam, we have filled the cavities around all the windows and doors, and that's where you're going to get most of your air leakage. Once you've done that, there isn't much difference between a contemporary house and this house as far as heating and air conditioning goes. In fact, with 12-inch brick walls, we're actually better than a contemporary house.
Older homes tend to be the least energy efficient. That's why it's important to come up with a good game plan.
With projects like this, often we spend as much time at the beginning going through revising plans, thinking through the process, talking to the different trades, as we would once the trades get there and actually start the work. So the planning process may take 3 to 6 months. The work may take 3 to 4 or 5 months, depending on how involved it is. Well, we've been around for about 11 years now, but we really started getting into more of the energy efficient stuff about 7 or 8 years ago. And just working it in wherever we can, and we've just seen so many benefits to it.
There are dedicated professionals to help you find maximum energy savings with minimum environmental impact.
The Energy Pros is a group of contractors and suppliers, and we are dedicated to educating the public with energy efficient features and high performance housing. We've got the 5 most important subjects that you need to think about when building or remodeling a home. Of course, is a foundation, your windows and doors, air sealing and framing, the insulation package, as well as a high or efficient heating and cooling system. A lot of times you want to make sure that any air infiltration that can come in, we want to block it out. Because if air can get in, it can also get out. If you're even thinking of building or remodeling, one thing to do first is to get an energy rater out to your home. This can in fact they can do a blower door test on your home to give you what air infiltration leaks that you have. Then they can give you ideas on, again, what is the most bang for your buck that you can do, whether it be insulation or a new heating and cooling system or windows and doors. It really depends on your specific home.